Okay, hey collective. The download that I got was, it's not a joke and it's not a motherfucking game either. What you wanted for the collective will be yours just the same. Again, the download that I got, because it kept coming and kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. It's not a joke and it's not a motherfucking game either. What you wanted for the collective will be yours just the same. For the last time. For the people in the back. For the ones who don't want to acknowledge. It's not a joke and it's not a motherfucking game. What you wanted for the collective will be yours just the same. All right, let's see what this is about. Doesn't sound good for whoever this is. The power of 3 is coming out here. So maybe there were 3 people involved in trying to, I'm hearing like something like, it's almost because of the title, like it's not a joke and it's not a game. Somebody who tried to claim that your ancient wisdom wasn't real. Some individuals who tried to use what they thought was their power to try to prove that your ancient wisdom wasn't real. Yeah, these people are now in this stifled, bored, and stuck energy. And your ancient wisdom is showing itself to be very powerful. All right. Here we go. Collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes, and energies. All right. So that energy is the storm angel. That energy that they sent out. So when a collision happens, it's like one going against the other, right? So if these people were going against your beliefs, your styles, your attitudes, and your energy, they're in a storm. That's what's colliding. Them in the storm that they sent out. Yeah, you're sitting in this glamorous, intriguing, almost dramatic energy. I said dramatic. Yeah, there are people saying that they were guided in the wrong direction. Guidance, but where will it lead you? Probably to an earthly ending for some of these people if they participated in that. You know, being true to yourself is what you've been doing the entire time. You know, you don't need to put up any lies. Maybe that's what these people said, that you were this or you were that. You were sleeping around. You were selling it. You were on drugs. You weren't a good parent. They had a lot of things that they said that you were, but what's being seen is how they were. They had so much insight and could say so easily what you were up to because that's what they were up to. Yeah. Yeah. I guess Spirit has a message here. What about these individuals? Yeah, they're seeing this powerful personal growth that you've had. They've been seeing that. 321 was on the clock. They've seen that a long time ago. That's why maybe people who are questioning what they went along with are wondering, like, why would you even make this up? Why would you lie? Why you lie, Craig? Why wouldn't they just be their true selves and stand in their own positions? I'm hearing someone try to masquerade and pretend to be you. Wow. So something that they were trying to do, something that they were trying to work up, something that they were trying to create, something that they thought was a wonderful idea that they were supposed to have done or that was supposed to have taken place on Halloween. What I'm getting is like there's something that took place that now destroys all further efforts. Because I heard before that came out, while I was looking at the pumpkin, I'm thinking Halloween, but I kept hearing Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this is something that maybe they know that if it didn't take place, because this is giving kind of like a watch or time, you know, the mechanisms in there. It's giving very much so like they knew that morning. They knew that morning that your ancient wisdom had superseded anything that they were doing. Yeah. Wow. Your rebirth, your healing and restoration. What I'm understanding is they knew this was complete already, right? They knew this was complete already. Yeah, they knew they should have given some space here. Especially in the period of time that you were healing and restoring. There's something about that going against all of the rules. Like if you're healing and restoring yourself, they shouldn't have been doing that. They should have waited till that was completed. But they were just so, I don't know, like they had such a Jones, it seems like. They had such a Jones for, doing this, whatever this was, whatever work this was. And you had this resilience, which is what completed your cycles. You didn't care. You didn't care what they wanted to try, when they wanted to try it, how they wanted to try it. You was focused on what you should have been and what you were focused on, which was your healing. Yeah. What I'm understanding is the collision that took place. The reason why there was a collision is because they should have been using you as inspiration. They should have been using you as inspiration. Wow. On how to obtain their legacy. Wow. On how to really establish a legacy for themselves and whomever is, breaking those generational cycles. They should have acknowledged that. They should have taken heed. Because they don't have any protection right now. The reason why you're so protected is because you found what's important. Okay? That's how you also broke those chains. Anything else for these people? Oh, wow. They defeated their ability to even have knowledge anymore. Like to know things, If they're sending monitoring spirits, they're going to fall as soon as they reach the door. Wow, look, destruction. As soon as they reach the door. As soon as they reach the threshold, those monitoring spirits are either going to be returned to them. Wow. Like I said, it is what it is. Anything else from this deck? Thank you. Yeah. This is supposed to be some type of enlightenment for them moving forward. This is why it's like a take heed message more than anything. This is supposed to be enlightenment for them to move forward, how they should be moving forward. Again, they don't have to take the advice. They're only putting themselves further into destruction's path. And it's headed right for them anyway. Maybe they feel like, oh, well, if destruction is headed for me, you don't get how this works. This is not a game. Like I said, it's not a joke. It's not a game. What you wanted for the collective will be yours just the same. Keep treating everything like it's a hot, funny, ha-ha. And, like this is, I don't know, like some tests in grade school or something, They keep treating it like it's something like that. Not realizing that your help comes from above. Maybe that makes them sad. It should if they, maybe that makes their inner child sad. It should. Like, what the hell? They kept procrastinating with respect to jumping on board and letting you be an inspiration, even though they were enlightened to that. Like, moving forward, don't go do this collective. Don't go do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. They didn't do that. That's why your legacy became the persistent thing, the most honorable thing there. That's why people love you. That's why you've met your love. They were trying to procrastinate that too, but that's what the legacy is. That's because this is a number 8 and that is too. That's what the legacy is. These people are sitting there with this hole in their soul, as they should be. Because they wouldn't stop. It's not a joke and it's not a game. Whatever they wanted for you will be yours just the same. Yeah. You were inspired to have faith throughout this too. And you were enlightened that your patience was going to pay off. Look at this. This person has coins in their hand. You were enlightened that it was going to pay off. You were enlightened that your patience would pay off. I'm hearing more than you can hold. I feel like there's a whole bunch of gold coins in that well that this person sits on because of you having all of this self-love. And knowing what to reject. You were given that help from above, that's for sure. One more here. Yeah. They didn't see the beauty in your patience either. They didn't see like that your patience was actually something. They felt like you being patient meant that they had you stuck somewhere, or that they had you deeper in somewhere. They didn't know that they dug the hole for themselves. They had no idea. They had no idea. They didn't see this coming. They don't see what's coming next either, even though they know. They're in despair about it already. They're in despair about you receiving this gift. Again, it's that hand, that patience, that patience. Yeah, somebody out there is in bad health for sure. And you about to be in this courtship. Somebody is meeting their earthly end. I was going to say that at the beginning, but I figured the cards would actually show us. Yeah. There's no pathway for them. There's absolutely no pathway for them at this point in time. That's what they realize too. There's no pathway for them to return to you. There's no pathway to like meet you here at the end of all your hard work and, you know, all of this and that. There's no ability to become a false person or sin in a false person or be a false person. Whatever these people were trying to do in this family room, it's like you purposely made sure that your family room was empty. You watched every single soul destroy themselves, trying to destroy you. Yeah, that's how you receive this high honor. And that's why you get to choose who's in your family room. You see it was empty, right? It's just going to be you and your main squeeze. What else, please? Oh, wow. So what I'm seeing here is that breaking down after this, the day after Halloween is what is that? The day after Halloween is when their pathways got blocked. The day after Halloween is when their pathways got blocked. Yeah, that's when they officially went under judgment. Yeah. Wow. So they were trying to steal from you, collective. They were trying to steal this from you. Okay. They were trying to steal this. They were trying to keep you focused on, you know, working hard for the community, to be someone in the community, etc., etc. They wanted you to work so hard in the community that that you would put yourself in poverty. Okay. Trying to compete or whatever, or compare or live up to, but that's where they are now. They've essentially been recognized as the thieves, as thieves to this main female, which is you, collective. Take it how it resonates. If you're masculine, same difference. They wanted you to work so hard to be something and prove something to this community that didn't have any concern for you. They didn't have any concern for you. They wanted you to be in poverty and in bad health. And that's exactly why that's where they're sitting now. That's exactly why. Yep. Their pathway was blocked off to be able to do this. There's something about a house here of an official person, or you're going to be the official person in the house. That's the gift that's coming towards you. Some of these people think they're going to, you know, oh, this person hasn't met this person yet. This person, they would never know. They don't know how quickly, you are to make a decision about things. Yeah, there was somebody that was pretending to be, whoever one of these thieves is, they were pretending to be an official person. That's why they were pretending. Yeah, they were pretending. The privileged lady. Now, privileged lady, understand what this means is that no matter what they threw at you, no matter what they tried to do, they didn't succeed, right? You still come out shining every time. You still come out taking care of yours. You still come out having what you need, a lot of things that you want too. Because you chose to take this journey. You chose to take this journey to high honor. They chose to be dark and nasty. Oh, that's a lot again. Wow. Yeah, this message of concern that's coming towards them is because they know about your wealth. They know about your wealth. Ain't nothing they can do about it. At least they know. And this is a message for them to go sit down. Last time I had this energy, the last time I felt the energy like this, that's when those fires came. The fires came literally the day after I finished that reading. And I said, it's like a house fire. And all of a sudden, a lot of houses were on fire. You're going to receive this message, if you haven't already, about your sudden wealth, okay? That's what these people are so concerned about. They're so concerned about this change. They're so concerned about it changing hands. It was never in their hands. If it was, what were they fighting for? They couldn't have been fighting you for something that they already had. Yeah. They got a lot of people concerned now, as they should be. As they should be. Yeah, a lot of people in their thoughts about what they did. Wow. There's some mature woman that had them in this expectation that like had sold them a dream. Essentially. Beachfront property in the desert. That's what they were sold. Beachfront property in the desert. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. The Hierophant and the Lovers. Nothing they can do about this. Keeps coming up in the readings. Not my circus, not my monkeys. That's the only thing I can think of. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah. I'm hearing, it's almost like, you know how when a mouse gets caught in a rat trap? That's how they are right now. They know they are. Wow, look at that. 4 cups. Whoever this thief is, whoever this thief is, they're in the 4 cups right now. This person is incredibly unstable, incredibly emotional, really very apathetic. They're bored with whatever it is that they had been up to. They're very dissatisfied with how things are turning out for them as well. As they should be. What did you think would become of this behavior? Yeah, they won't be getting justice. They cannot have that. They will not be getting justice with respect to this sudden wealth. It's not theirs to have. You know, if you're creating illusions, again, if it was theirs, they would have never had to go against the collective. If they were in their rightful seats, if they were in their own lanes, they would have never had to go against the collective. It would have never been anything for them to do. Yeah. Those illusions are all being swept away pretty quickly. That's what I'm understanding. Whatever illusions they have people under, whatever, you know. Yeah. You were just too strong. You were just too powerful. You know why? Because it was yours. It was never theirs. Right? It was never theirs. Look at these minions. It's whoever this is that led these people down this direction, whoever told these people to be in this energy with you. Whoever told this person, they were fueling their own self-interest with this discord. And now they're going to openly dishonor these people that were following behind them. They're going to try their hardest to blame it on whoever it was that was working with them. Right? That's the decision that they've made. They're exploring, okay, since I sit in this leadership role, I'm going to put them in an illusion so that they can take all of the karma. I've been trying to tell these people that. Yeah. Put them in an energy where they're constantly trying to balance out things and their ships are not coming in. What else here? Dang. It is not. They basically are going to be completing this cycle for a long time. They're going to be constantly, because they're going to have to overcome everything they sent too, you know. If they've been playing the long game, so to speak, if they've been trying to run out the clock, that's what's about to happen to them. Yeah, they're going to be stuck there sitting about, how can I make some money? How can I do this? How can I do that? How can I be comfortable? How can I find my peace? What I'm understanding that, yeah, every time they try to think about something along the lines of their stability and what they can have next, it's going to be taken from them. They're going to have to defend themselves against everything that they sent out. They are going to have to defend themselves. against everything and be resilient and persistent and try to, I'm hearing every time they come up with an idea, it's going to be taken away from them every single time. That's already what they have planned out for themselves. Again, you don't have anything to do with this because you didn't do anything to anybody. This wasn't something that you did. This is something that they created for themselves. Look at that, stuck in every way. They're going to lose everything they had. That looks like somebody's like, they're going to be naked on this planet trying to figure some stuff out. Wow. They're going to be made to lay their butts down. Whoever this woman is, whoever this energy is that got everybody on board, those are the two minions back there. The minions are at this Two of Swords. They're going to be painting. They painted a picture of Two of Swords for so long that that's where they are now. You see that Two of Swords there? They painted that picture and desired that so much for you that that's where they are. In a constant whirl of blocked emotions, blocked paths, blocked intuitions, people avoiding them, coming to a stalemate every time they think they got a date going. People going to be canceling left and right on business and work stuff. They're not going to receive any love from the universe or people that exist in it. And they sure better not be trying to pray to God. I mean, you can do whatever you want to. God don't hear these people. They didn't hear him. They didn't hear God. They didn't hear the universe. They didn't hear nothing. They didn't hear nothing. They heard nothing when it comes to them being told to stop. That's why this justice is being received. That's why you're in this energy of acknowledging your feelings, knowing, What else is out here for them? Wow. Yeah, they have nothing. Like I said, 2222 on the clock. They don't have anything. This is how the cards came out in reverse. They don't have anything coming from there's no groups. There's no organizations. There's no affiliations. There's nothing. How can you go to God and ask God, oh God, please forgive me for, they're not getting no love, no handouts, nothing. They got to do this on their own. Look at this. This is all in the reverse. They got to do this all in their own. They're going to have to achieve this the same way that they saw you achieve it. That's the best that they can get, is your example. Like I said from the beginning, the best they can get at this point is following your example. If they feel like you not nobody should be following. I'm older than you. I'm this, I'm that. So be it. They see where it's got them now. Having to defend themselves in the dark. Wow. Because they were so opinionated about who you were. With no facts, though. With not a single fact. They had the facts. They knew the truth. It's their denial of it. With their own mouths. With their own actions. To even take part in things like this. These people have been doing this since you were a child, even, especially for those. However long they've been doing it is however long they'll sit in this seat where they'll have to receive. Well, you'll receive the justice, but justice will be put upon their heads, basically. Yeah. Here, everywhere they turn, too. You're gonna be out here barefoot, running, trying to figure things out. Some of them until the day that they leave this planet. That's what they wanted for you. That's what's coming back to them. Because somebody found out the truth. Somebody found out the truth. Either somebody found out the truth, somebody told the truth, or both. And whoever this is serious. Serious about maintaining their control. They are serious about making sure what they deserve is going to be set right in front of them. 2442. Whoever it is that they crossed, whoever it is that is also involved, that they went against with this. They thought that they was calling judgment with their magic. Somebody about to show them. Somebody's about to show them. They made that decision already. When they found out that they had been misled. Yeah. Wow. Everything they see is going to be like, how do you explain this? Everywhere that it should look good and that they think that it looks good, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. It's going to be a straight up illusion where they think they're about to have this job or move into this place or, be with this person or whatever it is. It's going to turn out the exact opposite. Look, and I got that. Look, it's going to be so confusing to them because they already made the wrong choice. They've already been confused or they already confused others. Whatever part they played in it, it don't matter. Yep. Whoever this is, they have all of this power. Like I said, whoever that is, they have all the power. They have all the power. Wow. They have all the power. And this person already knows because these people are so undisciplined, because these people are so dependent on other people, because these people are not refined and have nothing going for themselves. It's not a joke and it's not a game. What you wanted for the collective will be yours just the same. I'm here. They should have never rolled those dice. They should have never took that chance. They knew they had the key already because they knew what was coming. So if they hadn't went adversely and acted against what they saw coming for you, they wouldn't be in the problem that they're in right now. Tell us more about this out here. Oh, wow. This is going to go on for forever. Again, isn't that what they wanted for you? For you to be in this never-ending, unraveling cycle of, wow. Trying to unravel your destiny, trying to unravel who you are, trying to figure out what's your purpose in life. They wanted you to be in that energy. They wanted you receiving pennies. They wanted you to see those pennies as good luck too. That's how they're going to be. Again, they're going to be like, oh, wishing and hoping and looking at stuff like, oh, I can't wait till the day I can go buy a soda. Sodas don't cost that much, do they? Wow. I opened it up. They know this is coming for them. It's not a game. It's not a game. It'll be theirs just the same. They about to have to play the game. The game that they played with you. Oh, dang. That's the truth. Ace of Swords came right on out. Wow. Because they know that they've been out here trying to manipulate this. They know they've been out here themselves trying to pull this stunt. They know that. That's why they know, without a doubt, that it's coming back to them. Like, it's not a game. It's not a joke either. Can't say it no more. Whoever this King of Swords is, that could be you, collective, whoever it is, whatever it is, that person is making sure that this justice happens. And that's them continuing to try and figure out their own identity in life. To try to figure out what their life path is, what they're supposed to be doing. Taking the pennies from the planet, not realizing, that Ten of Pentacles is a long ways from them. That's something they're going to have to work real hard for. That is definitely something they're going to have to work hard for. I'm hearing even the job, like they're going to have to be looking at, they're going to have to take whatever jobs they can and hope that they can keep those for a little bit of time. Because it's going to be something like before you get back into work for the first day or the second or third day, before they can even get back into work on those days, they're going to be already messed up. It's already going to be some reason why, they're not going to be able to be in that position. They're not going to be able to have that employment. Look at that. I can't tell you again. They've earned themselves no favor with the Lord. They have earned themselves no favor, okay, with the Most High. Wow, wow, wow. I'm so glad for you, collective. I'm so glad and so grateful for you that you had the victory over this circumstance. You know, I'm so glad. I'm so glad for you. I'm so glad that you had the power to know love, be love, and exude love. That you didn't stay in a dark place where they put you. You said, "Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool on that. I'd rather go get justice." Wow. How many times did Justice card come out here on the collective's behalf? How many times so far? I'm just saying. What else is going on out here? These cards are so big. Wow. Yeah, because God knows who's been the one that's been enlightening people. God knows, everybody knows at this point. Everybody's been enlightened to this. Everybody knows who did their inner child work. Everybody knows. Everybody's already seen this. It's not something that can be hidden. It can't be hidden at all from anybody. They can't even get no good new people on their side. Whoever this gourmet chef is, yeah, not so much. This person is stuck. They probably walked away from whatever it was that they were trying to do for real. Because, to take on this adventure of going against you. Wow. Hearing this person can forget about it having any happiness, because I feel like they don't have it now. They ain't gonna have it either. What's that? Wow, yeah, they don't have any power over people seeing you for who you are. People acknowledging, who you really are. The only thing they can do at this point is try to have a truce with you. That's the only thing they can try to do to save themselves. And it's the only way they can expect to receive any type of peace for themselves or rest or, be able to quietly prepare for what's coming upon them. Wow. That's the only thing they can attempt to do. And what I'm understanding is that they need to do it before you reach your place of full wealth, before you've gotten in everything that you should have been receiving already. As far as all these great things coming towards you, they need to get on board with having a truce there quickly. Wow. Yep. Whoever this matriarch energy is, they need to stop trying to cause strife here. They need to admit that that's what they were doing too. That's exactly what they need to do. Whomever it was. This dancer card keeps coming up. Whoever this is too, that's a younger energy that was trying, I don't know. It was nasty energy. Whoever that is. Forgive me, I don't have, better words to describe these people than nasty and ugly, but have you seen them? Have you seen them, collective? Yeah, whoever this rock star is, they've got to put down all of those. Every connection that they had is gone. Just like they wanted for you, right? They wanted you to not have any opportunity to do anything as far as business. That's where the change is taking place for you. That's the Wheel of Fortune. Listen, I split the deck again. They better try to present some type of truce. Even if they don't come directly to you with it, they better do it. Even if they got to do it in the dark and just change themselves and leave you alone, they better do it. They better leave you alone. They better leave you alone. That's all I know. They already see that tide has changed, that cycle is over. They better do it. Sending people to come and harass you on the internet. And what is it called? I forgot what it's called because, what is it called? Not cyber stalking. They do that too. But what is it called? Gang stalking. They better cut it out. I'm just saying, they better cut it out. Yeah. You already completed understanding that. You've already completed that. The science shows them, too, where they're headed. Like, there's no getting around that. There is no getting around that. There's no getting around the fact that they're going to have to recover from this situation. They're going to have to recover from this situation. There's no getting around this. It just keeps increasing. Like, they keep seeing They keep seeing this happen in front of them. They really do. They need to leave, accept help that they're being given in this very moment. Go somewhere else better. Go try to figure it out for themselves. Everybody around them is going to turn on them. Everything that they thought was good is going to end up bad. Everybody that they thought that they had a relationship is so suddenly just going to disappear. And I'm not talking romantic relationships, because they know you already completed this. You were in the chariot a long time ago. You already completed this. 35. Now you, look, I shuffled and split. Now you're on your move to abundance. It's not a joke and it's not a game. What you wanted for the collective will be yours just the same. Yeah, they're seriously under judgment. This is a judgment card right here. They can't even see themselves the same. They don't even see they're going, man. They better hope they wake up and can see who they've become and start to fix that. That's what I just heard. They better hope. They better hope. Wow. Yeah, they not a part of this justice and things like that is them not having any money for sure. It's definitely a part of their walk. It's to see what they can do without money. Since you used money against the collective and you wanted to take money from the collective, you stole from the collective. You supported people that stole from the collective. Let's see how you do without money. Let's see how you fare. Let's see how strong you are against this spiritual warfare that's on you. Let's see how you do that. This whose hands they in right now. They're completely in the devil's hands. Because the devil's sitting here looking like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me you knew this person would break free? You already knew this, because this is what some people knew. They already knew that you, listen, I cannot make it up. They already knew that you would complete this. They knew it when they first met you. They knew it when you were first born. They already knew this. So to go against it, they did nothing but sign a deal with the devil to get themselves handcuffed. Yeah. They thought they could paint a picture and that it would stick. Like the devil don't know who belongs to him. Like the devil don't know which ones are actually the type that he like. Yeah, there ain't no type of interference that could trick the devil. Like that's what they was trying to do. Because they didn't trick you. They might have tricked some other little idiots. Right? Some other people that wanted to help them. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll help you dress up the collective to look like such and such and look like this and look like that. Okay. Keep up with the stupid. What is this? Listen, it's over for them. It is over for them. That's just it, and that's all. Whoever this gourmet chef is. That part cracked me up. Whoever this gourmet chef is, it's over. It's a wrap. They need to think, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles is. Somebody who thinks. They're being cautioned. They need to think about what they've done and what they think they're about to do. Before they make any motion, before they make any movement, they need to think about where it's got them so far. You better think quick, too. Look. You better think quick, too. Because you're bound to be in sorrow. You already bound to that. You're already in that place. Look, you've already been defeated because you were so cruel. You were so cruel. They could never see a place of peace. They could never make peace in this situation. They couldn't find their own. How could you if you were sitting out here working? Anyway, I hope that this has been helpful and insightful. Oh, did I do that deck? I think I did that deck already. I did do this deck already. So, yeah. Wow. That, I mean, it is what it is. You're about to be... They need to explore how to complete their own toxic cycles. They need to figure that out for themselves. That's what I'm understanding. They need to figure it out for themselves. To explore their own toxic cycles. Wow. Ooh. Change who they are. You know, this is their cycle for them to change. If they don't, again, It's only gonna, yo. Didn't I say they had already made? The devil is holding their 10 of cups. They gotta face him. The devil is holding their face. The devil is sitting right on top of their 10 of cups. They gonna have to face all of their demons, all of the things that they sent out, all the things they asked the devil to do, all the entities, all of that. They're gonna have to face all of that before they'll ever see a 10 of cups. I cannot make it up. They will have to. They will have to tread through the city with the same sunken lowness, hopelessness, etc., that they wanted you, 40-40 on the clock. The same exact things if they want to ever see a donut, a cookie, a muffin, or a dollar. You hear me? That's the only thing. Going to be sitting there by themselves. Look, they ain't even going to be at the table. They can't even play. Look. Ain't even nobody over here. It's waiting for them. But they got to go through him to get it. I mean, it just is what it is. They brought this upon themselves. It's not a joke and it's not a fucking game. What you wanted for the collective, it will be yours just the same.